Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday night. I'm Engineer Hoist, Baweep Grana Weep Nitty Bong, and let's say hi to everybody who joined the chat early. Gen 1 Red Alert, Yuli Santana, Wreck and Rule, Jonathan Carrillo, Yuli Santana, Jared Barber, Sharksy, Jameis Vega, Alternate Lane, Damus Wiki, King Freeze, Charles Williams, Chris Shepard. I've seen a lot of you guys in the chat early talking it and chatting, waiting for the stream to start, and I really do appreciate all you guys doing that. And I'm just trying to fix that chat box over there. Hopefully it works for us. I still have no idea why it goes wonky like that. But so as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, 5-star legacy crystals are coming soon, very soon. We'll get to that in the news. We also have some VIP crystals to crack open. Plus, this past weekend, I got enough shards for not just some premium crystals, not just a 3-star crystal, but we've got a 4-star crystal to open. It's tonight the night we're going to be getting the 4-star rust dust. We'll find out a little bit later. But hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and get to the news. Alrighty. And that's not working either for whatever reason. Oh my goodness, this was working all before I started, so hang on a second. Let me go and see why that's not working. Oh my goodness, the technical issues are unbelievable lately. Alright, so that's not what I want. No, that's not it either. Try that. Try that. Are we seeing the news now? Yes, we should be seeing the news. Hi, hello, Sparkletron. Good to see you in the stream. Luke Bartel. Alright, so loading problems. Yeah, it looks like it's loading weird over there. Oh, no, let's not do this again. I don't know why it's lagging. Everything looks okay on my side. Let's see. Okay. Not sure what is going on. Let's see. So there was a riddle. Jer Barber said, hopefully this is going out. Waves in the sound waves in the shock. I got a new bot tell me right now, and looks like Sharksy got it. It said unlocked sound wave. Very cool. Congrats, he says. Okay, so Red Alert is saying refresh the page. So if anybody's in the chat and you're not seeing it, hit refresh on the page. I'm going to try that myself on my monitor over here. And so we're going to go ahead and keep going on. And so, of course, the news starts off with a nice hearty Baweep Grana Weep Nitty Bong. As always, 5-star shard event this weekend. And the 5-star legacy crystals are arriving in the game. We kind of figured we'd be seeing a 5-star event when the 5-star legacy crystals are coming out. And sure enough, here it is. This weekend's event is called Unbreakable. Gather your Alliance members. It is an Alliance event. Take part to win up to 3 million Energon and Alloy, up to 30,000 Spark, 3,000 Premium Crystal Shards, which are 3 Premium Crystals. And because you get the shards, you can choose either Autobot or Decepticon Premium Crystals. That's why we get the shards instead of just crystals. Also, there's 605-star shards just from completing the prestiges, and up to 60 Guardian Crystals, which gives you additional opportunities for 5-star shards or also 3 or 4-star shards. Sharksy says this event is going to be pretty breakable if you finish it. Nice play on words there. And so yes, we can see this is an Alliance event. There are 60 prestiges, like the Alliance events tend to be lately. Triple XP. To participate, you have to be headquarters level 4 and be in an Alliance, and tap the event button, and then you can play. And I thought my photos was working but it's spinning again. Oh my goodness. Oh. So how are you guys doing as this tries to work itself out? Jared Barber says this event I get Thundercracker or Shockwave. Cool. Pete Francis Jr. says he's back. Transfortron. What's up, my friend? Sparkletron says last week you got a 3-star Dust Up and Jump Stream. How cool is that? That is actually pretty cool. That's 1/3 of Victorion. So that's pretty awesome. So my app seems intent to keep letting everybody know this is an Alliance event. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have no idea what's going on. Maybe we'll have to go to the phone again because this is just not working out well at all, is it? Okay, there. Just as I say that, it goes and flips over to the battle zones. But now we're stuck on the battle zones, which are the standard battle zones. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head over to the phone again this week because this is just not working out. I think what it is I think I've got too many photos in this app, and I think it just takes too long for it to work to go through its process. So I got a little bit of cleaning to do in my photo library. So let me get switched over to that. We're gonna lose the music here again, but this should do the work for us. So here we are. So this is the next slide past the battle zones. This is the totalizer prizes, and let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. So you can see this week it's the first time now we're going 8,000 points per prestige, which means it's a total of 480,000 points to complete it. So it's a little bit more difficult to actually complete, and you get 10 5-star shards per prestige. So if you're able to complete all 60, then you'll get you to the 600. And each Guardian Crystal contains one of the following rewards. You can get up to 50 5-star shards out of each crystal, or 25 or 10, or you can get the same amount of 4-star shards, or slightly more 3-star shards if you pull those. And 5-star legacy crystals, the time has come. The shiny 5-star legacy crystals are about to be unlocked, and we're going to take a look at the following 3 different 5-star legacy crystals. So yes, they are separated by the batches that they initially came out in. And if you saw the thumbnail, you already kind of have a preview of what we're going to be looking at. Big Bronze Rim is in the house. Boganora, how are you doing? Mystery Unknown Unidentified Secret Donut. I love that name. That is very clever. Very, very, very clever. All right, so here we are. These are the Autobots. The first batch that of 5 stars that we saw, which I did not even have a chance to get because I did not have enough 5-star shards by that point. It's Gnaw, Grimlock, Hot Rod, Silverbolt, and Sunstreaker. Now, everybody will pretty much agree that Silverbolt is probably the least desirable of any of the 5-star Autobots that have been put out. So, but Sunstreaker's pretty good. Hot Rod's okay. Grimlock's pretty good. Gnaw's pretty good. But the second batch, which is what you could also choose to get, would be Drift, Optimus Prime, Skyburst, Wheeljack, and Windblade. Now that's where I got my first 5-star. I got Skyburst out of that batch. And if I were to choose that Legacy Crystal, Skyburst will already be shown as being received, so it would not. So there's still no chance of duplicates for 5 stars, and that is actually a very good batch of bots to get. There's really no duds out of that second batch. Third batch is the one we just had, where it's Cheetor, Firefly, Jazz, Springer, and Ultra Magnus. So those are really good. Big Bronze Rim saying, unless you already have Silverbolt, doubt there'll be a whole lot of takers from batch 1. Tend to agree with you, because the other 2 batches, and even this current batch, have some amazing bots that you can get. And we're not going to leave the Decepticons out cold. We've got them here. It's basically the same batches. If you know the Autobot Decepticon pairings, it's exactly that pairing. So in the first batch, it's Gnaw, Nemesis Prime, Razorclaw, Thundercracker, who's the Silver Bolt equivalent, so he's going to probably be the least desirable for them, and Swindle. Swindle is pretty amazing. The Decepticon second batch is Barricade, Megatron, Onslaught, Shockwave, and Dive Bomb. And out of the third batch is Black Arachnia, and even though we talk about Cheetor being fantastic, Black Arachnia is the Decepticon equivalent, and I'm sure she is equally as fantastic. You also have Blastoff, Mixmaster, Astro Train, and Galvatron out of this third Legacy Crystal batch. So those are all very, very good. And Big Bronze Rim saying, if you're about to get your first 5-star, he's recommending that you pull from the current batch, not any of these Legacy batches. I tend to agree with you on that one. The chance of getting Alita 1 or Lugnut, who I think is probably the best bot to have been released in a 5-star version, it's going to be, that's probably controversial, but in my opinion, I think they're probably the best ones to come out, and probably quite possibly the best ones to ever come out, because we're not going to be seeing Skylynx and Blitzwing as 5-star. We're not going to be seeing Star Saber or Deathsaurus as 5-star. So I would agree with Big Bronze Rim. I would probably pull from the current batch as well, but the Legacy ones are there if your favorite bot happens to be in there. So let's see. So frequently asked questions about these 5-star Legacy crystals. What are they? Well, I think we've covered that. How can you get a 5-star Legacy crystal? They're going to be in the crystal shop just like any other normal ones, and it costs the same 5,000 5-star shards. And remember, as soon as you choose a crystal, whether it's one of the Legacy crystals or the current batch, you are locked into that batch. So spend your 5-star shards wisely. How do you get the 5-star crystal shards? You can get them from duplicate 4-stars or from events such as this one coming up this weekend. And are they all going live at the same time? Yes, they will all go live at the same time. And when is that? That's going to be tomorrow. So what time tomorrow? Typically they go live with these new features right about the time of the live stream, which is 4 p.m. Universal Time, which happens to be noon Eastern Time, which is my time zone. I would expect the same thing. Okay, and how long are they going to be available? They're going to be available permanently, so no need to rush, they say. And you can also check out the Transformers Earth Wars wiki page for more 5-star shard crystal questions. And okay, so we got these guys too. We took a look at them last week. These are the new bots coming. They're the third batch of triple changers, or the third pair of triple changers, I guess. Sandstorm and Octone, aka Octane. Name changed likely due to copyright/trademark reasons, and also to match the Titan's Return toy. So they got a little bit of background information for them. Did you know that Sandstorm and Octane appeared together in an episode called, it's actually Thief in the Night, of the G1 cartoon? In that episode, Octane gets ousted from the Decepticons after he selfishly tries to keep Trypticon and Precious Energon to himself. Now, I don't remember Sandstorm showing up a whole lot in that episode, but Octane and Trypticon were a huge part of that episode. And then there are also a later episode, which I was reading up on this, and I think story-wise, the second episode was technically supposed to come first, but it was released later because of production issues in G1, and continuity in G1 is just all over the place. So it's not worth trying to figure out totally and have it make complete sense, because anyway. It is called. They say that it's an episode called Starscream's Ghost, where they actually appear side by side. Octane is seeking Sandstorm's protection from a squad of Decepticons chasing him. And it's actually a really good episode there, where you can see Sandstorm and Octane kind of hanging out. And yeah, they do actually show off their triple changing abilities in that video, or that episode. And yes, Wreck and Rule Fight or Flee was Sandstorm's first episode, but Octane wasn't in that, so that's why I think they didn't mention that. And yes, Grand Galvatron, that is my favorite line. In that episode, They're actually on Sandstorm's home planet of Paradron, which was a trivia question in last week's stream, if I remember. And for whatever reason, the only way to stop the Decepticons from getting this energy supply is to blow up the entire planet. And so they go deep into the planet. Ultra Magnus is sitting there. This is the most beautiful thing I've seen in the entire galaxy. All right, hand me the bomb. so he's just, without a heart, barely a pause, he's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Let's blow it up. And yeah, you know, as a kid, that just kind of flew over my head. But when you go back and you look at it and you watch it over again, you realize just how hilarious something like that actually is. So yes, thanks for that, Grand Galvatron. I was going to bring that up myself. So we're on the same wavelength there, my friend. So they do give us a little bit more of a preview in the paint over. We've seen this a few times. Let's zoom in a little bit on that, so you can see this is sort of how he'll look in the game in all three of his modes, and it's very reminiscent of the recent Generations Sandstorm toy. They say it's from the fourth wave of the 2012 to 2013 Voyager class toys. And when I saw that, I haven't verified, but it's probably about right. I'm like, oh my goodness, was it really that long ago? Oh my goodness, time just flies when you're having fun. That is so true. And then here is Octane. Of course, we're calling him Octone. And I don't think I'm agreeing with them here. They say it's based on the Universe Deluxe Class toy. This is totally based on the Titans Return figure, which just came out a year or two ago. So I don't think they're right on when they're saying it's based on the Universe toy. This is totally the Titans Return figure. So, and then the last bit of news is there's no stream tomorrow because they are only doing it every other week now, and this is their off week. So that means today, right now, is the only live stream. Well, maybe not. I mean, Trios Theory over there, he's probably going to do a live stream this weekend. Sunstreaker Waza might, and you know, there's going to be other videos out there. But anyway, the official one is not happening this week. So, okay, so let's go ahead and go over there, and I will reset my phone and get the music going again. All right, we are back in the game, and I saw a few people asking about abilities, and no mention of the abilities this week. I expect that we will see them next week in the newsletter, and if not in the newsletter, in the stream. They did say last week, though, and I was very happy to hear this, that they are going to be similar to the abilities of Skylynx and Blitzwing in the fact they do stack. So if you send out one ability, you can send out the other ability and have a different effect. Very similar to the Skylynx and Blitzwing. Of course, Springer and Astrid Train do not have that ability, and I think the Skylynx and Blitzwing really that extra little bit where you can send out the Flame Strike and then the Plasma Shroud to cause more damage, or if you lead with the Plasma Shroud and then hit the Flame Strike, it's just a huge explosion. I think that's really great. So I do look forward to seeing what else they can come up with. And Jared Barber's saying the 4-star crystal that we open up might be a new bot. Let's hope. I'm hoping it's oh boy, that was fingers crossed, but the one was behind the other and it looked like a bad gesture. I apologize for that. It was a fingers crossed. But yes, we're hoping that's going to be a 4-star Rust Dust. But who knows? I do have the VIP crystals, which includes 10 premium crystals, so we could still get her out of there. Although my luck with the VIP crystals has been terrible. I don't think I've gotten anything good out of them on this account. So speaking of that, why don't we head over there and crack some crystals, shall we? And yeah, Big Bronze Rim saying, wish they'd tell the ability sooner because of leaderboard commitments that are due before they even know what they do. Yeah, and I saw some people in the VIP chat saying it would be nice to see a chance to try them out or have some more information sooner than basically 12 hours before the event starts. Because right now it's kind of just a just guess. You're rolling the dice, hoping that it's going to be a good bot. And I know there's some people out there they want to go and chase that new bot anyway, whether or not it's going to turn out to be good because they're collectors and they want to have all the bots. And I can completely understand that way of thinking. You're talking to the guy who's got a bunch of in-hand physical figures and lots of bots in the game as well. Gentleman Red Alert's asking if I've been able to pick up any of the new figures. If you're talking about the Siege line, I have not. Honestly, I haven't gone out and looked for any of them. So if they're out there, they might be, but I haven't had a chance to go out looking for them. I haven't even found Rekgar. I went to that Walgreens and all I found was a Power of the Primes Jazz and some of those Creons are still on the shelf over there at my Walgreens. It's all the waves that I did end up getting all those Creons. I didn't get into doing the Creons until Wave 2 was already gone, so I'm missing a lot of Wave 2. The only Wave 2 Creon that I have is Hoist because I bought it from eBay because obvious reasons. But all the other ones I was actually pretty lucky to find in the store, and I liked those blind bags and the fact that they weren't truly blind because they had a different number stamped on them, so you could actually just make sure all the numbers that you had were different. So I do like that way of doing a blind bag. I don't think many of them do that nowadays because I don't know if the Creons did it or if others did it, and I think they probably figured out, you know what, let's not stamp individual numbers on them because then they're not really blind. And that's probably why there's still a whole rack of Creons on the shelf because everybody's got them and they don't need to go chase them. So hey, Trios Theory's in the stream. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, if you guys, I definitely say if you're a con or even if you're an Autobot and you want to go try to check out those dirty Decepticon strategies, go check out his channel, Trios Theory. He's got some good videos. He's just getting started, but from what I'm seeing, he's doing real good. So definitely go check that out. And Red Alert is saying lots of Rekgars around his side of town. Yeah, I saw, who is it? I think Long Haul actually got 2 of them, and you know I almost want to get 2 of them too. Or maybe even a couple of them. It would be nice if there was like a Junkion torso, then you could just get a bunch of Rekgars and then you can just have like a Junkion combiner, or even think of some other torso. Maybe I should go get that Inferno that I keep passing on, and just maybe. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to customize them. I've got tons of bots that I intended to customize, and I haven't done the first lick of paint on it. But yeah, it would be interesting to have like a Junkion combiner, like maybe a Junkion fire truck with some Rekgars as limbs. So let's see. Let's see, Sparkletron saying, I heard they're making an Omega Supreme Siege figure. Yes, I did. They leaked it at one of the I think Comic-Con, where basically they had a prototype little bit of it, and yeah, so it was basically just kind of like the tank mode or whatever, and yeah, it's totally Omega Supreme. So I think it's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I'm hearing people saying let's about getting to the crystals they're calling for this guy.
Do it!
And I have no idea why his audio is not working lately. Okay, so let's go claim some crystals first. We'll go ahead and claim a couple of premium crystals. These were all completed from the last week's event, and you know, I've been so busy. With other stuff this past weekend, I fell just short of actually getting that avatar, so I did not end up getting that Quintus Prime avatar, which is okay because I'll probably never use it. But there's a 4-star crystal. There we go. Still only about halfway to a 5-star crystal. So let's go ahead and go use these. Let's go ahead and open up some Decepticon crystals first. There's a Beast Wars Megatron. Yes. Bone Crusher. Missed the avatar? Oh yeah, the Quintus Prime avatar, yeah. Yeah, you know what was funny? It was I was like 200 short. I was like at 9,800. And and I was like, you know what? I got to get up early tomorrow at like 5:30 my time, and usually it was the ends at 6, but I forgot about the daylight savings time, and it ended at 5. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a half hour. I can get a couple battles in, and I can get those last couple points to get that 10,000. But then I forgot about the time change, and I was actually a half hour late. So it happens. All right, so there's a tantrum. Octo Punch. Bludgeon. Little skull face himself. Not the YouTube reviewer. Got a bombshell. 2 more Decepticon crystals. Shockwave. Ooh, and a silver G1 Shockwave core. That's pretty cool. And last crystal. Decepticon anyways. Astro Train. Alright, let's open up some premium crystals. We'll go ahead and say these first 2 were from the event. There's a Snarl. And a Star Saber. Alright, these are the VIP Autobot crystals here. Drift. 3-star Drift. Laser Optimus. Skylinks. Tracks. Pipes. Oh yeah, Big Bronze Rim saying it wasn't in the newsletter this week, but it was last week. The Sentius Magnus and Sentius Malice, they had a issue with the walls where they were just attacking walls when they could easily shoot over them, and so that fix should actually go live tomorrow too. So thanks for the reminder. As we pull a duplicate Sunstreaker. Duplicate Jetfire with some Chrome Jetfire cores, which I don't need. And there's a Hotspot. 2 more. Windblade. Last one. Gives us another duplicate. It is Cheetor this time. Okay. 3-star crystal from the event, and I don't think it was enough to totally get a 3-star crystal, but I got enough shards to complete it. We got a duplicate Ironhide. The only 3-star this could have pulled would be Elite 1. That's the only 3-star I don't have that's available in these crystals. And it's time now to open the 4-star crystal, and I'm going to get in here before Shia LaBeouf comes in here and tells me to do it. And we get a duplicate Skydive. So that gets me a little bit closer to a 5-star crystal. Gets me a lot of Superion Spark, which is actually helpful, and a gold self-repair core, which, no, I'm not going to use, because I've got gold cores in all of my buildings, and not planning on putting any self-repair cores on there. I think I may have one out there somewhere. No, I think I took it off. Self-repair was the first gold core I got when they first released the power cores, but I have since replaced that. I think it was on this missile launcher here, but when I got that guided missiles core, I went ahead and swapped it out. All right, so hey, you know that's how it goes sometimes, especially when you get to the point like I have, where I've got a lot of the bots now. So I have more of the 4-stars than I don't have, so the chances of getting a duplicate are much higher than for other people. Although it's always discouraging, because I've been there where you only have a handful of those bots and you still get a duplicate. You know, I've heard of people getting one bot for their 4-star crystal, and they only have one 4-star bot, and then they get a duplicate 4-star, and I know that's gotta hurt. I think I was up to 4 or 5 before I got my first 4-star duplicate, and I don't think I recorded it. I may have, I don't know, but it was a while ago, and I'm pretty sure I walked away from that like. But you know, that's how the game is. It's and yeah, Treehouse Theory saying that's the way she goes. So, Jared Barbara, thank you for stopping by, and thanks for getting here early. So, all right. Let's see. General Ruler says, thanks Inferno is the best use of the mold so far. Really? They fixed the knee issue where the inside was assembled backwards? Okay, well, that's good. And they changed the way the legs tab in for combined mode. Okay, well, maybe if he's still out there next time I'm by there, because I've been there twice and he was sitting there, and I've passed on him both times. I may go and pick that up, especially because I think I saw that there is a Reaper label set to make him into Pyro, and I think that would be pretty cool to add to my records shelf. He's kind of an obscure character, but he was in the Last Stand of the Wreckers comic, which is a fantastic comic. If you haven't seen it, it was out, oh, how many years ago? Probably 10 years ago by now. Definitely go find the Last Stand of the Wreckers. If you can only read one Transformers comic, now granted it's about 5 issues unless you get like the trade paperback. If you can only read one, read the Last Stand of the Wreckers, because it was amazing, absolutely amazing. So, alrighty, and you know what? I think we're going to end a little early tonight because honestly, I wasn't feeling that well today, and I'm pretty tired, and I'm kind of recovered, but I'm still feeling a little under the weather there. But yeah, Big Bronze Rim's agreeing with me. Last Stand of the Wreckers needs to be a movie. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. So Sins of the Wreckers and what was it, Requiem of the Wreckers, they were pretty good too, but they don't hold a candle to Last Stand. Not Last Stand is far and above the best Transformers comic book series. And but yeah, so with that, guys, I know it's a little early, but I gotta hop on out of here. We will be back next week right here. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications, so you know whenever I go live. Or you can just stop back by Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, because that's what we do. We're here Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to talk about Transformers Earth Wars. Usually go for an hour, but we're in a little early today because of reasons I already gave you. But anyway, thank you everybody for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.